Hey, how's it going, dudes and dudettes? Brad the Guitarologist here. In this video, we're going to take a look at this. This is a THEREMIN that is actually, weirdly enough, owned by my neighbor, like 2 doors down. Yeah, it's kind of unusual that someone's neighbor would have such an unusual and interesting instrument. I guess my neighbors are just especially cool. I forget who makes this, but I think that's the model. I don't know. I'll put some information up on the screen about this if I can find some. This seems very, very bare bones. It's all wood. This bottom panel is held on with some Robert screws. We might take it off here in just a minute. Well, we're going to take it off anyway. There's something rattling around down in there, and what's rattling around is the screw for the antenna, which has broken, has developed a crack here. He said it was acting funny too before he took the antenna off of it. So, I don't know what that's about. We'll maybe open it up and see. I don't think I'm going to be able to repair this antenna, but he did provide actually a replacement antenna. But we will see if there are other issues besides just the antenna. And what we might do is replace it with this antenna, which is a beefier antenna anyway. I think this is probably going to be a better antenna. And I don't think the size of the antenna is going to matter. This one is much, much taller than this one. But again, I don't think the size really matters on a THEREMIN like this. That's my guess, but I could be wrong. But he says he thinks possibly that the weird thing that's doing, whatever that weird thing is, was a result of the antenna. And I said, well, maybe it's just the fact that the antenna is maybe changing capacitance or something like that, as this piece right here is not making solid contact against this piece anymore. We're gonna plug it in right now. We'll see what's up with it. So I've got a bench amplifier up here. We're just gonna plug it into that for now and see what's going on with it. And let's see, what does this run off of? This runs off of 7.5 volts. Let's see what it does here. What is it, R2? She said the Dagobah system? Fun times. All right, let's open this thing up. I'm really curious to see how it's built. Yeah, so this whole thing, this is made of wood, and like I said, plywood. Looks like maybe that has to be plywood for the electronics to work properly. It has to be maybe perhaps something non-conductive. There we go. This is actually a truly hand-built item, and wow, man, look at this. Look at the build of this. You know those videos that you see where somebody slaps something together like really quickly, and it's like some new like little novel thing on YouTube or Facebook or something? That's what this looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. It looks like they knocked this up in under 30 minutes or something. So we've got a couple of ICs here. We've got one here and one here. I can't really see them because they're upside down. There's a board here, but the board really just seems to be used as a ground plane. We've got hot glue snot in here, and everything is just point to point, flown up in the air. Nothing is trimmed or anything. This is really bare bones in terms of how quickly it was put together. I'll have to try to find out some more information on this particular build. I'm guessing this is just somebody who does these like it sells on Etsy or something maybe. I don't know. It just seems like that kind of level of build. But see this little transistor right here. See how just the legs are just flying up in the air and everything is just sort of connected up in the air. I mean, it's kind of a fun build. It's you don't have to worry about planning out your board or anything. I mean, if you wanted to build something in this manner, I guess you could do it. The problem would be, you know, sussing out problems would it's a little more difficult doing that if you don't have some kind of board layout and idea where the different components are in relation to one another. We have a couple of trimmers here. One will be for the pitch. That's a pitch trimmer. And this one will be for, I presume, volume, but I don't know. Maybe that's something we can mess with right now. Hang on. Yeah, that's for volume. We want to get that in a position where when you're touching this volume antenna, it turns completely off, more or less, down to 0. Yeah, so I think that's adjusted properly. Now this one. We need to get the new antenna on there. We're going to have to drill a new hole for it, though. It takes a larger screw, and the screw was not provided, so let me see if I can find one. That'll do it. All right, we got to get this screw out of the way because I got to drill this hole a bit larger to accommodate this. There we are. Perfect. That'll do it. Okay. Okay, so that's there now. Good deal. Let's see how this antenna works. Really, I need a very, very long plastic or wood. Wood would work. Is that going to work? Let me try this. I'm going to try this piece of bamboo here. A viewer actually sent this to me. It's in the shape of a screwdriver, so let me see if I can make this work. There it is. That's what we want. That's as low as it goes. Down to almost nothing. See there? That's what you want. Well, there it is. You can actually set this where it turns all the way off, and it's more or less in the mid. It's a little bit past the middle, but that's pretty good. That's what you want to happen. Something about like that. And the volume completely goes off at that point. And the volume is completely off when your hand is here. Yeah, you have to kind of adjust it with the height of the antenna because this antenna will go really, really far out. You want to find a good mix between the antenna length and also the beefiness, like how much antenna you have exposed seems to also affect things. Okay, so yeah, about that much antenna right there. So you can actually adjust it. You can adjust the antenna so that it works in the middle. Okay, very cool. So yeah, that's a really, really quick theremin. I mean, actually, my neighbor's theremin, which is very cool but strange. He's a cool and strange dude. Explain to me what you're saying again.
Well, I picked this up used off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And when I was experimenting with it, it wasn't really giving me any kind of noise. It was just all staticky. It just wasn't really good. So I opened it up and found out that the antenna was broken down at the base. So I figured out it's actually a Burns B3.
Burns, okay.
Probably came off of Amazon or a resale shop like that. Contacted Burns, asked them, hey, this antenna looks broken. I bought this used. Can I get a replacement antenna? And the representative, oh, sure. Well, let me see what you've got. And I took pictures of the unit, and I never did hear back from them.
Yeah.
And I emailed them several different times and never did get any responses from them.
Just went dark on you, huh?
Yeah.
So I've never heard of this company. I mean, usually Moog are the ones you hear most about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. So it's a Burns. I have to look it up and see what schematic they're going off of too, because I'm really curious about it. But yeah, there it is, man. All done.
Awesome.
So yeah, it looks like you can get these on Amazon, actually. The B3 Deluxe Theremin. It looks like they make a couple of different ones. They make one for like $99. That's very, very simple. And then they make a step up, apparently, this guy right here for $198. And then they make the and then they make the B3, this guy, for $249. So yeah, I mean, if you want one of these, you can go out there and get one, or you can make one of your own. I'm sure that they're using one of the readily available schematics that are online. You can find schematics to build one of your own, and it looks like it doesn't take all that much time to do it. There's not that many components even involved, and you could probably knock one up, like I said, in probably under an hour. All you need to do is source the antennas. You'd have to make this antenna. Probably you could bend you up some piece of coat hanger for the volume antenna, even for this antenna too. Just bend you up a couple of pieces of coat hanger and a little housing. I do think it would have to be wood, so you'd have to have some kind of little wooden housing or something that was plastic, maybe just non-conductive. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, hit subscribe, and for now, we'll see y'all later.